What's going on, guys? It's your boy Khalid Torelli here, and today I'm with a more serious video today. And I don't do a lot of these. I do a lot of weapon review shit because that's what I'm passionate about. But I feel like it's healthy and good for people to know what's been going on, like current events with the PvP community. And honestly, people have been mad. This past week, people have been quitting, like notable names as in Hush. Hush quit today, which I feel like stirred most of the pot, but like that's no fault to him, he just wasn't enjoying the game. But that really got people just angry for good reason because people feel oppressed in the PvP community. And in this video, I want to get into why that is and why that we should all be in this together. PvP and PvE players alike because I like both. I mainly like PvP, but I do all the raids in PvE. I do the strikes. I do love PvE, but that's no excuse to just want PvP players just get jack shit. And if you share that opinion, then I hope this video can maybe persuade you on how PvP players have been treated and why we deserve better. But if you like these types of videos, I'd encourage you to like and subscribe. But without further ado, let's get into the video. So I figured the best way to start this video is with a question. How much was actually added with Beyond Light to PvP? And I'm going to give you 3 seconds to think about it. Alright, so starting now. Alright, you get enough time? Because I have an answer, alright? Nothing. Practically fucking nothing. I know, bombshell. But yeah, they didn't add like anything to Destiny 2 PvP. Alright, you might be asking yourself, oh, I'm sure they added a map or two. They didn't add a single map. A single one. They didn't add one map with this season or with Beyond Light. You fucking joking? Alright, they didn't add a map. Oh, new PvP weapons? Like, there are none. No new Crucible weapons. I mean, you could call the Adept weapons new, but they're not. I mean, they're barely better versions of weapons we already have. And, technically, the Adored, you can get the Adored from PvP. But you could also get it from Gambit or PvE. Which, that's cool and all. But, like, come on. There's nothing you can just get from PvP anymore. And I think that's going to be a problem. Especially if that's what they're going with for, I don't know, every season. I mean, are you fucking joking? They could have the decency to add like a PvP weapon. And yeah, you can make the argument steady hand. But we've had it before. We've had the steady hand before. I mean, come on. Alright, like, it's to the point where it's getting ridiculous. They added the steady hand and they added the guiding sight scout rifle, which both were in year one. If anybody fucking forgot that these two weapons were in year one. It's like Destiny is scared to add new guns in their fucking looter shooter. What the fuck is up with that? But they did not add any new Crucible content besides the Adored, which is arguably barely Crucible content. I mean, they added the thing to play a bit of Crucible, which takes a week to get the fucking... literally to get an emblem and a shader. It's not enough. That isn't enough. And stuff like this has been pretty consistent ever since Shadowkeep. Ever since Bungie got, like, just them without Activision, it seems like they care a hell of a lot less about Crucible. And it's frustrating because Crucible is a pretty big community, and a lot of people play this game just because of the Crucible. And I'd really hope for there to be some clarity on like what their thought process is and why they don't care. I mean, I don't understand why such a big part of the game even is being neglected this much. And it's not even just a Crucible problem. It even stems in our core playlists and stuff. Like, I don't understand why it's so hard for Bungie just to put out some content replayability. They just have been pushing out these bullshit events that are one and done, and they don't add anything to the game really, and they're not fun. They just haven't invested anything in their core playlist, and that definitely has shown in Crucible over the years. Another point to be brought up about PvP players being angry with Bungie is the fact that we haven't really gotten a new game mode in forever. The last, like, quote unquote new game mode, at least that I can remember they've added, is Elim, which isn't new. And if it's not Elim, then it's that Showdown game mode that a lot of people don't play. Like, that's it. That's all we've gotten lately. And that might be from, like, the past 2 years even. It's, it's just sad. Not to mention, they've added about 4 maps in Shadowkeep. Yeah, 4 maps. Just, there's not enough variety in Crucible. Not to mention that this next point, they sunset half of Crucible already. They just put it all away. You remember the map? You know, all those maps we had? Retribution? Yeah, it's gone. No, they just took it out, along with other things. They took out some game modes. When's the last time you've seen Countdown? They took out maps. More notably, a lot of the year 1 maps are just boom, kaput, gone. And they didn't even supplement them with anything. I mean, seriously. I mean, they took the maps out. They took like half the guns out of like trials and stuff, which it's irritating. That's for sure. And they haven't added enough to supplement it. What were they thinking? They could have just waited to do sunsetting, or maybe, hey, oh, I don't know, sunsetting occurs for weapons like after 2 years or like 3 years. Bungie obviously spread themselves thin, thinking that they could make a whole new like set of weapons a year that people are gonna use, and they're not gonna get bored of that. I mean, very bold considering it's only one studio working on the game, but whatever. Another big point, and probably the biggest, is stasis. Yeah. Yep, stasis. I mean, it's so controversial. Really, it is. I can't say I fully agree with people quitting because of stasis. Like, yeah, it's irritating. It's not that irritating, maybe. I do get where they're coming from. Stasis isn't exactly the most balanced thing in PvP right now. It it does slow down the play to a point where it gets really oppressive. You can't really use much over it. I mean, you can use other classes, but it feels like there's no diversity in like the subclasses other than stasis. The only like light subclass in PvP, in my opinion, that really stands a chance is Top Tree Dawn. That's it. That's another story. But yeah, those are the things that piss people off in PvP right now. It's it's a real long list, and there's probably more that I missed. So feel free to tell me in the comments. I mean, I I don't know, man. Crucial's just kind of rough right now. Really is just how it is. Sorry for the rant. I'm just kind of passionate about this stuff, but this is gonna be the end of the video. Thank you for watching. Check out some of my other videos if you enjoyed this, and I'll keep you guys in the loop. See you later. Peace.